Yet another billionaire has warned that the United States is heading right for a period of hyperinflation. Ricardo Salinas, the third richest billionaire in Mexico, warned that the U.S. and other developed countries are right on the path to disaster and that the only way for investors to save themselves is to invest in Bitcoin. The Mexican explained that he could see signs that the U.S. is on the same path that Mexico was on in the 1980s during a terrible period of hyperinflation. Salinas gave the warning during the Bitcoin 2022 conference in Miami. The Mexican business mogul and entrepreneur owns and heads Grupo Salinas, a group of companies with business dealings in media, financial services, telecoms, and retail. Forbes puts his current net worth at $13 billion. During the conference, he shared a personal experience of what occurred to him during the period of hyperinflation in the 80s. He said, "I was making $2,000 in 1980, and a few years later, I was making $20. The same salary was down from $2,000 to $20. So, I know about hyperinflation. I've been there. And it's not the same to know it in theory as to actually be a victim of it." He added, "The bad news is that the US, Japan, the UK, and the Euro bloc are going exactly the same route my country went in the 80s. It is exactly copy-paste. You could just change the numbers, but the graph would be the same." To prove just how similar the situation is to what happened in Mexico in the 80s, Salinas shows charts of the total federal debt of the U.S. government and the total U.S. assets. The country's federal debt is expected to climb to $36.2 trillion in 2031. The federal government's assets seem to be growing rapidly, going from $0.8 trillion in 2005 to its current status of $8.9 trillion. But Salinas stated that it is all fake. So the Federal Reserve has a lot of assets. That must be great, mustn't it? And they're buying bonds. That must be great. But what they are doing is making fake money out of thin air and loaning it out to create a purchasing power to the tune of $9 trillion of fake savings. He also stated that the only way out of the impending doom is to buy Bitcoin. The problem is because the dollar is the reserve currency of the world. You can't do anything about it. You can't go out of the dollar unless you go to Bitcoin. The business mogul also warned investors about trusting central banks' digital currencies. He explained that CBDCs are even worse than the dollar because they will give the government complete control over how people can spend their money. He also stated that top government officials, such as Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, will be able to track the income and expenditure of Americans. "They are pretty devilish people," Salinas added. He concluded by saying, "I've been there, and I've done that, and it's going to come. It's not a pretty sight. So, what can we do? We can buy Bitcoin and sell those shitcoins that we have there, and definitely no to fiat fraud." Salinas is not the only billionaire applauding Bitcoin and urging investors to invest in the crypto space. David Rubenstein, the co-founder of one of the world's largest private equity firms, recently shared his views about cryptocurrencies in an interview with Colossus. Rubenstein stated that he was skeptical about the cryptocurrency industry in the beginning because he felt nothing was underlying it. He added that many young people now view the dollar and other fiat currencies as he used to view cryptocurrencies. "But it's clear to me now that many younger people don't think there's much underlying the dollar or the euro or other currencies." He added that cryptocurrencies have many advantages, including that they are private, free from government censorship, and very convenient to move around. "I think many people like the fact that it's private. You can't really know how much somebody owns. They like to be able to transfer it around the world. Also, if you're in Ukraine or you're in Russia, you want to have some assets and your country has lots of challenges. Having some cryptocurrency probably enables you to feel better that you can have something outside of the government's control. It's not dependent on the bank opening its doors to you." Here we have two billionaires applauding the cryptocurrency industry and urging investors to invest. The crypto space has certainly come a long way from what it was just 2 years ago, and we are going to see even more rapid growth in the coming months and years. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to drop your comments below and hit the like button. You can also check out our other crypto-related videos and subscribe to the channel.